Did you start?
Of course I started. I always start without telling anybody anything. I just like to get it started. My phone is on silent, so that won't interrupt us. All right. Hi, everybody. We are Matt and...
Your brother's Cohen.
Macklin. No, he's not. Matt and Macklin, we are back here talking about who knows what. Here, come over closer. This way. There you go.
We don't know what we're talking about. I came in tired from watching a Star Wars movie.
What Star Wars movie? And, okay, so that's a great place to start talking. What Star Wars movie and which ones have you seen? Tell me about this.
Well, I can probably tell you all the names if I'm able to remember with this big, not sometimes big brain of mine, but...
Okay.
So you start off with The Phantom Menace, then Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, A New Hope, The Jedi Returns, The Empire Strikes Back, I think, and then after that, The Force Awakens, and Return of Skywalker.
Which one's your favorite so far? Which one were you just watching?
The Empire Strikes Back.
The Empire Strikes Back. And is that your favorite or no?
That is my favorite because it has Jabba the Hutt in it.
I see.
And Rancor.
Why do you only like the bad guys? I do not understand.
Well, Jabba the Hutt is basically, to be honest, not a bad guy. He's
not a bad guy?
He's not a villain.
But he looks like kind of crazy.
I mean, no. He's a gangster.
He's a gangster. But aren't gangsters kind of bad guys?
And he does naughty things. He does things that are not appropriate.
Oh.
So, I mean, he snatches people. He makes them his slaves. I mean...
So that sounds like a bad guy to me. If you make somebody a slave, you're a bad guy.
But he wouldn't join the team of the Sith. He wouldn't join Darth Vader.
What team is he on? His own team?
Yeah, he has his own house in the middle of a desert.
So he's totally a gangster. That's what gangsters do.
Yeah, he's a gangster. Yeah, with a giant pit with a giant boneheaded lizard.
Boneheaded lizard?
Well, I don't.
Or a bonehead of a lizard.
Bonehead of a lizard.
I see. So he's just like, does his lizard like eat people or attack people or anything? You can put your feet up if you want.
Well, the lizard, Rancor is the giant lizard, and he doesn't really want to hurt people, but he works for Jabba.
Okay.
And he eats people, yes, but he's not bad.
You just said he eats people, and then you're trying to tell me he's not bad.
Think about it.
If I ate you right now, if I was like, oh, and you only had one hand left.
You wouldn't do that.
But would that make me a good guy or a bad guy if I ate your hand off? What are you thinking about?
Listen. What about...
I have failed as a parent. If I ate my son's hand off, I would still maybe be a good parent, according to you, which is...
Listen.
Okay.
If an alligator bit your hand off, would you say you're a bad person, I need to kill you?
I would say you're a horrible alligator. Get away from me. I would look directly into the alligator's eyes and actually into his mouth, and I would say, what are you doing? You ate my hand off. I hope it wasn't my writing hand or my jab arm. Seriously, though.
You're
really.
Terrible.
No, I'm being 100%
serious. You're terrible. You.
The thing is this. I like that I have my hands, and so if somebody took something that I liked, that wouldn't be a good thing.
You don't need your... Okay, let's get back to the Star Wars time.
All right, get back to the story. What are you talking about, Dad?
You're just being terrible.
Here, let me move over this way a little bit so you can move over a little bit this way. There we go.
And once I'm going to say this for one of our other times, Arby's, we have the meat!
I mean, at this point, if Arby's doesn't sponsor this show, when was the last time you ate Arby's?
Arby's, we have the meat.
Here, let go of this so you don't pull the wire out. Don't get the hiccups on me. Listen, we're going to do...
An Arby's episode.
We're going to go to Arby's,
I
grew up on Arby's. You want to know what my favorite meal was?
The burger.
No, Arby's doesn't have burgers. They have roast beef. They have chicken. They have kind of other things besides burgers. Burgers is like the other fast food chains things. Arby's has like soft bread with like they have something called a roast beef and cheddar. You know what roast beef and cheddar is? It's like a sliced up meat with cheddar cheese. It's delicious. You know what else they have that I love? Apple turnover. Do you know what an apple turnover is?
Just tell me and I can make it for my
It's
mom.
like a pie, but inside. It's like a calzone. You know what a calzone is? Calzone is like a
We
piece.
need to get to the Star Wars topic. Okay.
All right, let's get to the Star Wars topic.
Too much.
Let's tilt down on this, huh?
Sorry, everybody. My dad's odd.
There's a lot of headspace in there.
Okay, so what questions do you have for Star Wars questions? Because I probably can answer some.
You know where I am with Star Wars. I have yet to see any of the movies beginning to end, like actually watched every minute of any of them without falling asleep or taking a break or coming back to it. So I need to start with film 1.
Should we literally, after this podcast, should we walk out there and do Phantom Menace?
Is that the first one?
That's the first one.
How many films are there altogether? 8?
9.
9 films. Phantom Menace is the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a quick summary of Phantom Menace. What's that one about? Quick summary.
Well, this one is of the 2 Jedi Knights. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And this is where you first meet Anakin, and he's my age.
Young Anakin.
Yeah, young Anakin.
That kid was super cute that played him.
Yeah, you meet all of his friends. You meet C-3PO, but he's still being built. And then you come across Darth Maul, and that's when Qui-Gon Jinn gets killed. And then, yeah, that's just the quick preview of it.
Okay.
We'll see.
So after the first movie, where does the first movie leave us?
Well, it leaves us with Obi-Wan Kenobi training Anakin.
Got it. And that's where the second movie starts from? The second movie starts with Obi-Wan Kenobi training, or Anakin has been trained by Obi-Wan?
Well, he's still being trained.
Okay. And is he going to be a good Jedi?
Well,
Or does he not know yet?
technically, he turns out good in, like, the one we just watched, but Anakin in Revenge of the Sith, the third one, and I bet you can guess who the Sith is. Anakin.
Anakin's a Sith?
Anakin turns into a Sith.
But I thought he was a good guy.
But there are 3 rules with being a Jedi. You cannot marry, you cannot make friends, you cannot be around someone you love.
Those are the rules?
Because
I would never want to be a Jedi.
Wait, because if you're around someone you love and your favorite person dies, you grow with all this anger and sadness. You turn to the Sith. And Anakin was sneaking away at night, breaking the rules of a Jedi, and he married.
But he was in love? Was he in love?
Yes.
To who?
To
Padawan?
Padme.
Padme.
And then after that, well, he finds the Chancellor, who's really, we learned this episodes later, that the Chancellor is Darth Sidious. And Darth Sidious is the most powerful Sith, but we don't know that yet. So
Why do people become Siths and not Jedis? I don't understand.
well, just listen.
Okay.
The Chancellor makes a deal with Anakin. He says, "I can help you save your wife," and Darth Sidious says, "But you're gonna have to turn to the dark side if you're gonna save your wife." So Darth Sidious says what he has to do, and Anakin obeys him to save his wife. But really, Darth Sidious is lying, tricking him to turn to the dark side. Because then the Chancellor, Darth Sidious, makes Anakin destroy all of the schools and all of the Jedis.
Wow.
And then Obi-Wan fights Anakin at the end, and Anakin is burnt in lava. And then that's when Darth Sidious says he's still alive, but he's turned to the Sith. And that's when we see Anakin put back together with robot arms and turned into Darth Vader.
Wow. Okay, so I don't need to watch any of it now.
Well, you still do because
But you just told me everything that happens.
it's cool action, though. You should see the action still.
What kind of action?
Well, they have extremely epic puppets.
Do they have good fight sequences?
Huh?
They have good battle scenes?
Are you... Do you like the battle movies? With fights
You
and
know
crime?
I love action, fighting, wild, crazy.
Yeah, I would have guessed that. You love Batman. That's why.
Batman. I'm the Batman.
Jeez.
I'm the Batman!
Don't do that again!
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm the Batman!
I said don't do that again.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just funny because every guy that plays Batman
It's not funny.
goes, I'm the Batman!
Ah!
You don't have to scream. I'm the Batman. You know who the best Batman that I like that hasn't got to play any live action Batman yet?
Mr. Dad the Toot.
No, not Dad the Toot. My good buddy Jensen Ackles. Jensen Ackles, who you know, I'm going to do something else with him. Jensen's my buddy from Supernatural, and he does the voice of one of the Batman. One of the Batman cards. Let's give it. Let's give it.
No. It's Star Wars. It's Star Wars.
All
We
right.
have a Star Wars.
All right, let's give them, instead of the best Batman impression, I'm the Batman. Let's give them a good impression of somebody, one of the actors or characters from Star Wars. Which one? How does Jabba the Gangster talk?
I can't do that. He speaks a whole different type of language.
Really?
Yeah. Deep voice, many groans. He has a different voice.
Like that?
No, it's like all of the different voices in the world from all of the different states put together.
Give me your best example of it.
No.
Why?
No.
Okay, give me your best example
No.
of a different character.
Let's see.
Oh, I know who you can do.
Don't you dare.
No, this is actually serious. We've been watching this other
Don't
show.
you
don't even know
dare
who I'm gonna
say SpongeBob?
No, I know you could do him too, but I was thinking Bear Grylls from You vs. Wild. We've been watching the show on Netflix that's like,
Oh.
it's Bear Grylls,
Okay,
and you get to pick what he does, like his adventure. Does he
Is that
jump
his name?
over the cliff?
What's his name?
His name's Bear, and his last name Grylls.
Okay.
Believe it or not, that's his name.
Okay. Let's
He's
do
got a pretty
this.
cool name, if you ask me.
So, it's going to be a decision now. There's only two choices. Am I either going to hop off a cliff, or am I going to go and try to survive in the wild, also bringing us to danger with also other predators and animals?
Yep.
What's the choice?
Well, my choice is to pick the most dangerous path. Boop. Oh, you just spit all over the microphone. I saw it shoot out all your particulates.
What?
That was a pretty good Australian accent.
Thank you. Let's get back to the Star Wars.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of something. Now I know who that is.
Who?
Chewbacca.
Jeez.
We're gonna do a podcast. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one. We're gonna definitely do a podcast this week from
SpongeBob.
No, we're gonna do a podcast from inside a non-moving limousine that we have in our driveway right now for a movie I'll be directing.
No, you're not directing the movie. You already canceled it.
Now you just told the whole world.
Yay!
Now I have to beep that out. It hasn't been canceled. It has been postponed, and I will not bleep this out. I will be directing a movie in a limo, even though we had to delay from our original January shoot date. That's besides the point. We're going to do a podcast from inside this limo because it's a 2005 Lincoln Navigator Super Stretch limo, and it reeks of bad, questionable decisions, I should say. It'll be fun to hop in there and chat about it. And we could talk about the movie I'm doing too, right? Talk about how we're going to film some of the action sequences.
Well, I don't even know what you're doing. It sounds already like a bad idea, blowing up a limo.
Well, maybe we
it's
won't
fine.
blow it up. Spoiler alert, we were going to blow it up. Now we're not, because my kid on the unedited, unfiltered MC on the Mic podcast feels like telling everybody everything. So now you know we've postponed Principal production from January to further notice. Not indefinitely. Further listen. Further notice. And also that I was planning on blowing up a Lincoln Navigator Super Stretch Limousine.
Yeah,
but we're not going to blow it up. We're not going to blow it up. We're going to save it and we're going to
He was going to make a giant movie.
Still gonna.
It's going to be dumb. It's a dumb idea.
I think you're saying things just for the audience. How do you really feel? Do you really think it's a dumb idea for your dad to make a real cool action movie inside of a limo where things blow up and people are shooting blasters and all sorts of wild things are happening? You think that's a dumb idea?
Why can't the world just be peaceful?
It can. Through entertaining movies. You want to tell the people goodbye because you don't have anything valuable to say to them anymore? And
well, you aren't asking me any questions about, Star Wars. Master he must become. This
is where the podcast falls apart because I'm not asking questions to my co-host. He's my co-host.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be doing as much heavy lifting as I'm doing. Ask me some questions.
Well,
go ahead.
No,
you have to ask me some questions. Is this our first on-air disagreement? Let's see whose cheeks get more red when we disagree.
I've already disagreed with everything.
But ask me a question. What do you want to know that I could answer for you?
Who's the actor of SpongeBob? Tricky one.
I don't know. It's a good voiceover actor. I think I saw him in an interview. Is that how it sounds?
Yeah.
That's not what he sounds like.
No, he does.
Okay.
That's what he sounds like.
That is how he sounds. All right. Well, listen, we're going to hop out of here for now, I think, unless there's anything else you want to talk about. I'm really excited for this limo episode. We're not going to blow up a limo anymore, but we're going to talk about all the cool things we can do. I don't know what he's saying into his microphone, but it may or may not be true. Oh, shh. Look. I'm the Batman! Got you! You're yanking the whole computer down. Bye, everybody!
Don't forget to like and subscribe.